when a junction between P and N is formed, what is going to happen?
Depletion layer is formed. Diffuse.
Very good. Depletion layer is formed. Okay. So, which process is responsible for the formation of depletion region? Is it a drift process or diffusion process?
Diffusion process.
Very good. Okay. So, the moment P and N junctions are formed, okay, so I think we can start. Okay. So, board is visible, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is a P type and this is an N type. So, the moment P and N is formed as a junction, okay, the moment P and N is formed as a junction, what is expected is diffusion of charge carriers is going to take place. Why diffusion of charge carriers is going to take place? Because there is a concentration gradient of your holes, because holes are majority in P side and minority in N side, so concentration gradient. Similarly, electrons are majority in N side and minority in P side, so that is why there is a concentration gradient, and electrons are going to move from N side to P side, holes are going to move from P side to N side. So, as a part of this movement of charge carriers due to the diffusion process, whatever the holes that are associated with this negative charged ions, whatever the holes that are associated with negative charged ions, they leave away this negative charged ion and they leave this negative charge. Okay. Earlier this atom is neutral. Okay. Earlier this atom is neutral, but now this has become a negative charge because the hole associated with it has left away from it. So that is why you could see a negative charge on the P side near the junction, a positive charge near the junction in the N side. Okay. So this formation of positive charge and negative charge near the junction is what is called as depletion region. Okay. This formation is what is called depletion region. Right. So what is the definition of depletion region? Depletion region means from here to here. Let us say this is xp, this is xn, this is 0. So what is this distance? Width of the depletion region, width of the depletion region in the P side, width of the depletion region in the N side. Xp is the width of the depletion region in the P side, xn is the width of the depletion region in the N side. Okay. And also we have seen that Na into Xp is equal to Nd into Xn based on charge neutrality equation. Okay. So from this we have understood that the more the lightly doped region, the more the width of the depletion region. So depletion region penetrates more into the lightly doped region. In this particular case, I have considered both Na is equal to Nd, but unlike that, if I consider P side is more doped than compared to N side, like P plus N. Okay. If my junction is P plus N, that means P type is heavily doped compared to N type, then depletion region will be more in the N side. That means Xn will be very large compared to Xn will be very large compared to Xp. Right. Okay. So because of the diffusion of charge carriers, do we expect a current in this direction? Holes are moving in this direction, so hole current will be in this direction. Electrons are moving in this direction, so electron current will be in this direction. So the total diffusion current will be from left to right. Is it existing?
No, sir.
No. Why no? Because there exists an internal electric field. Okay. From positive charge to the negative charge. This internal electric field is going to create a drift component. Okay. Not only due to the holes but also due to the electrons, a drift component is going to be created due to this internal electric field, which is going to cancel your diffusion component. Okay. So exactly this will be in the opposite direction. Okay. So when my electric field is in this direction, my whole movement because of this electric field will be in the opposite direction. When my electric field is in this direction, my electron movement will be opposite to this electric field. That means my electron movement will be in this direction. Because of those hole movement and electron movement, my current due to this internal electric field will be in this direction, which is exactly equal in magnitude and opposite to this diffusion current. Thereby my net current is 0. Okay, thereby my net current is 0. Right? Okay. Sometimes this depletion region is called as, okay, transition region. Why transition region? Because this region, this depletion region is separating two neutral regions. I'll say that this is the neutral region. Okay, negative charge associated with positive, neutral, all are neutral. Okay, so neutral region. Okay, this is also a neutral region. So two neutral regions are being separated by this depletion region. That is why transition region. Okay, that is why transition region. Sometimes it is called space charge region. Why the name space charge region? Space charge region, there is a space charge in the n side near the junction, positive charge. There is a space charge near the junction in the p side, that is a space charge region. Okay, sometimes it is called as depletion barrier. Okay, why barrier? Sometimes it is called depletion barrier. Why barrier?
To move, it has to gain some energy, no, sir.
Barrier to the holes present in the p side, barrier to the electrons present in the n side. When once this depletion region has formed, it acts as a barrier. Okay, the barrier to the holes is this positive charge itself, the barrier to the electrons is this negative charge itself. Though the majority charge carrier electrons try to cross the junction, they are being stopped by this barrier. Okay, though the holes present in the p side try to cross the junction, they are being stopped by this barrier. So that is why sometimes it is called as barrier also. Okay, sometimes it is called as barrier also. Okay, it is acting like a barrier for your holes as well as for your electrons. And how much is the height of that barrier? Height of the barrier is built-in potential V naught. Yes or no? We have learned long back ago. Built-in potential V naught. What? How much is the height which is acting as a barrier for your holes to cross across the junction? V naught. How much is the height which is acting as a barrier for your electrons to cross across the junction? V naught. How much is V naught? V naught is equal to
VT ln NN by PT.
VT ln PP by PN or VT ln NN by NP or PP is nothing but
VT
your
ln
NA.
NA ND by NA square.
Yeah, VT ln NA ND by NI square. Okay, so VT is equal to either this formula or NA ND by NI square. Okay, right? Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we will see how does the characteristics are going to look like for this PN junction. Okay, how does the characteristics are going to look like for this PN junction. Okay, so first I'll draw the characteristics, then we'll try to understand how do these characteristics are being exhibited by your PN junction. Okay, right. So the characteristics are as shown here. Okay, the characteristics are as shown here. On x-axis I have considered voltage. Okay, on y-axis I have considered current. So when I form a PN junction like this, okay, when I form a PN junction like this, okay, this junction I am calling it as, okay, this junction itself I am calling it as a diode. Okay, this junction itself I am calling it as a diode, and this diode symbolic representation is this. Okay, diode symbolic representation is this. Okay, PN junction I'll also call it as PN diode. Okay, made out of your semiconductor, p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor I have made using a fabrication process. Okay, in order to form this PN junction, and that itself I am calling it as diode. Okay, this is p side and this is n side. Okay, so a PN junction or a PN junction diode is a two terminal device. Okay, a PN junction or a PN junction diode is a two terminal device. Okay, right. So let this be the first device that we are going to start now. Okay, which is a two terminal device, right? What are the two terminals? P and the N. Okay, what are the two terminals? P and the N. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when I apply no voltage across this diode, What is the current that is flowing through this?
0.
Zero. Current is 0. Okay, but when will the current is going to flow through this particular diode? When I forward bias this PN junction. Okay, let this be denoted with V. Okay, if my V is, okay, this is what the way of forward biasing your PN junction. Okay, this is the way of forward biasing your PN junction. Okay, so don't understand like P is connected to positive terminal of the battery, N is connected to negative terminal of the battery. That is okay, fine. Okay, but the actual definition of forward bias or reverse bias is, understand like this. We are having P and N. Okay, we are having P and N. Okay, if my potential at P side is more than the potential at N side, then I'll say that my diode is in the forward bias region. Okay, when I'll say that my diode is set to be in the forward bias, when my potential at P side is greater than my potential at the N side, then forward bias. Okay, so if you want to forward bias your diode, what you have to do? Take care that your P side is more in potential than the N side. Okay, what I have done here, I have made my P side more in potential. Positive is more than the negative, so I made my P side more potential than the N side. That is why this diode is now said to be in the forward biased region. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose if I apply like this. Okay, suppose if I apply like this. Okay, then my PN junction diode is in forward biased or reverse biased?
Reverse bias.
If this is the case, forward biased, otherwise reverse biased. So in the reverse biased, my potential at N side is greater than the potential at P side, then it is reverse biased. Okay, then it is reverse biased. So because my P side is made negative and N side is made positive, that means N side is more potential. Okay, more potential is applied at N side than compared to P side. So that is why this is said to be operated in reverse bias. Okay, first you should know how I have to operate my diode in the forward biased or reverse biased. Okay, right? Okay. So I'll give some more examples. You have to tell me whether it is forward biased or reverse biased. Okay. Suppose if my diode is being shown like this. Okay, two terminals P and N. I have applied plus 3 volts here and minus 3 volts here. Is your diode is forward biased or reverse biased?
Forward bias.
Forward biased. Why? Because P side 3 volts is applied, N side minus 3 volts is applied. Okay, right, very good. Suppose if I have applied something like this, minus 3 volts plus 5 volts, forward biased or reverse biased?
Reverse bias.
Reverse biased, because P side is less in potential than the N side, so reverse biased. Very good. Suppose if I have considered a diode like this, minus 3 volts and minus 1 volt. Is it forward biased or reverse biased?
Reverse bias.
Yes, reverse.
Just check it out that whether N side is more in potential or P side is more in potential compared to N side, because N side is more negative. Okay, less negative number is more than the more negative number, so that is why N side is more than the P side, so that is why this is reverse bias. Okay, so instead of that, if I have minus 1 volts here and minus 4 volts here, then
Forward bias.
forward bias. Okay, so now you have got a yes, now you have got a very clarity on how to make the PN junction diode forward biased or reverse biased. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but never simply blindly remember that P is to be connected to positive or N is to be connected to negative. That is fine. That is making one of your condition that P has to be more in potential than the N side. Okay, but even I can take care that my negative potential also can be applied at the P side and the N side. Okay, right. Okay. So when I apply voltage like this, okay, when I apply voltage like this, okay, in which bias it is being operated in?
Forward.
Forward bias. Then with this particular applied voltage, how does my current is going to flow? Is it is going to flow, or it is going to take this particular form? Okay, it is going to take this particular form. Is this okay? So never ever try to draw a waveform like this. Okay, so don't try to draw like this. Okay, until a particular voltage cut in voltage current is 0, otherwise the current is increasing. There is nothing like that. Okay, the moment you apply the voltage, there will be some amount of current that is flowing. Yes or no? What type of current is flowing here? It is given by I. What is I is given by? I naught into, or I'll write here. Okay, what is this particular I is given by that is flowing?
Diode current.
Diode current given by I naught into e power V by
V
eta
by
Vt minus 1.
minus
Okay, see, one unfortunate thing is most of the students were not able to tell this equation. Okay, when I used to ask the questions in the Viva voice regarding an EDC lab. Okay, maybe you are super seniors or EC students. Okay, very unfortunate thing, because they have forgotten or they have not learned at all. Okay, but what is expected from an EC or a triple E student is at least the diode current equation. If you are not in a position to derive this, at least you should tell what is this equation is. Okay, because this is the basic. From the electronics point of view, this is what is expected in general. Even though you give the answer, there is no surprise at all. But if you don't give the answer, then there is really a surprise. Okay. Okay, so I is given by I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus 1. Okay, so when my forward bias is considered, it is approximately written as I naught into e power eta Vt. Okay, what I have done, I have neglected this particular I naught when compared to I naught into e power V by eta Vt. Okay, I can write my current through the diode as though like this. Okay, in the forward bias. This is in the forward bias, is it not? All the voltage that I am applying is positive only. So that means your P side is always more than the N side. So you are in the forward biased operation of your diode. Then the current that is flowing is taking this particular form. Okay. So the current takes this particular form, which is an approximation. Okay. When I neglect that, current that is flowing in the opposite direction is I naught. Okay. I can write this as I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus I naught. Yes or no? Minus I naught. This I naught I am neglecting. So when I neglect this I naught, my I is given by this, only exponential term. So that is okay, even in practice, okay, with a error less than 10%, which is acceptable in the forward bias. Okay, where I naught is, what is I naught I call? I naught is equal to
reverse saturation current.
reverse saturation current. And what is the expression? No one knows expression. No one knows expression. Okay.
AQ dP by LP into
AQ
PN
into very good. AQ into dP by LP into PN naught plus AQ into dN by Ln into NP naught. Okay. So this is not known to anyone. Okay. This is not known to anyone. Okay. I naught is, now you can tell me I naught is dependent on. Okay.
temperature.
I naught is dependent on temperature. And what type of carriers are these? Pn naught or NP
Minority
naught?
charge.
Minority charge carrier. So your I naught is dependent on, I naught is coming out of minority charge carriers, not the majority charge carriers. Okay. So your I naught doesn't dependent on whether you have applied the forward biased or reverse biased. Okay. The moment the minority carriers are there. Okay. The moment the minority carriers are there, there exists a small amount of current, which is because of those minority charge carriers, and it is called as reverse saturation current. Okay, it is called as reverse saturation current, and people think that this I naught is dependent on reverse voltage. No. Okay, where is the dependency of reverse voltage here? No, that is why I have written the expression. Okay, just to make you convinced that this is not going to dependent on the reverse voltage. People think that this is going to be, because this is being shown explicitly only in the reverse bias, that is why people think that it is being dependent on the reverse voltage. Okay, because only in the equation I could say this I naught, but not in terms of this diagram representation. So that is why people think that this is dependent on reverse voltage, but it is not so. It is a strong dependent on minority charge carriers, and the minority charge carriers are in turn dependent on the temperature. So that is why I naught reverse saturation current is a strong dependent on temperature. The more the temperature,
More I naught.
more I naught. Okay, for every 10 degree centigrade rise in temperature, okay, my I naught doubles. Okay, for every 10 degree centigrade rise in temperature, my I naught doubles. Okay, right. So now can you tell me, how does this current in the forward bias is going to come from? Why does it is taking exponential form? Why does it is taking exponential form? When a forward bias is applied, why it is taking exponential form? Why it is taking exponential form? Why it is taking exponential form? This is my p side, this is my n side. Okay, p side means what are there? Holes are there. Okay, depletion region is formed. Yes or no? Depletion region is formed. Depletion region is formed here. Negative charge ions associated with the holes, positive charge ions associated with electrons. Now what you have done is you have applied the forward biased voltage. What happens now? Your internal electric field exists here and your external electric field is in this direction. Okay, the applied voltage is going to appear across. The applied voltage is going to appear across which region? This is
Depletion region.
this is the
Depletion region.
very good. This is the neutral region, and depletion region. Because depletion region, less number of charge carriers. Okay, the entire voltage is going to appear across this. Okay, and the net electric field is going to reduce. When the net electric field is reduced, the concentration gradient of holes and electrons is going to increase. That is making your holes in the p side to cross the junction and electrons in the n side to cross the junction. When they are doing that, okay, these negative charged ions are going to get back their lost charge carriers and the depletion width is going to reduce. So in forward bias, width of the depletion region is going to reduce. Okay, why it is going to reduce? Because the charge, negative charge or the positive charge, they are going to get back their lost charge carriers, either electrons or holes. Okay, right. So when the net electric field is reduced, okay, what happens to this? My charge carriers are moving like this, okay, and the charge carriers are getting reduced, okay, and they are coming over here. Now they have become the minority charge carriers, okay. The holes here are the majority charge carriers, they are crossing, and now they have become the minority charge carriers, and they are going to recombine with the electrons in the n side, and they are going to diffuse like this. Okay, they are going to take the exponential form. Similarly, my electrons are going to move from n side towards the p side, and they are going to reduce, and then they are going to become the minority charge carriers, and then they are going to diffuse as there is a recombination in your p side with the holes. Okay, so this is the diffusion current and this is the diffusion current. The sum of these two diffusion currents, okay, at x is equal to 0 is been giving me my this particular current. Okay, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is regarding forward bias. Okay, this is regarding forward bias. When I apply reverse bias, applying reverse bias means what? Applying reverse bias means you make your voltage negative. Okay, what I have done is I made my voltage negative. So this time voltage is positive or negative? This time voltage is negative. So the voltage is negative means this side. Okay, for all this side, okay, for all this side, this is my forward bias. Okay, when my voltage is negative, I am saying that reverse bias. And let us see how does your current is going to vary. Okay, how does this current is going to vary, right? So did you understand why my curve is varying like this? Initially voltage is 0, current is 0. Voltage is some number, okay, current is small. Voltage is some number, current is small. Why current is small initially? Because initially there is a depletion region that is being formed, and the more the voltage that you apply, your depletion region is going to start decreasing. When once your depletion region has completely made 0, then there is a complete full flow of your charge carriers across the junction and your current starts increasing exponentially. So that is why you could see a current behavior like this in the forward bias. In the reverse bias, okay, in the reverse bias it is something like when your voltage is 0, current is 0. With increase in voltage, current is increasing, but after some time your current starts getting saturated. Okay, after some time, first initially current is increasing with increase in voltage, reverse voltage, okay, negative voltage. Then after some time your current starts getting saturated, your current is no more varying. Okay, so this is what is the behavior of your PN junction diode in the reverse bias. And what is this current that is remaining constant is I naught. What is this current that is remaining constant is I naught. Okay, got my point?
Yes, sir.
What is this I naught? Okay, is dependent on I naught is due to what type of charge carriers?
Minority charge carriers.
Minority charge carriers. Okay, or I will draw in terms of diagram. Okay, I will draw the diagram. When a reverse bias is applied, what is expected? When a reverse bias is applied, is the width of the depletion region is going to increase or decrease?
Increase.
Increase. Why increase? When a reverse bias is applied. Okay, so this is my P side, this is my N side. So now what is going to happen? My electric field is in this direction, external electric field. Where is my internal electric field? My internal electric field.
Inside to inside.
My internal electric field is from N side to B side. This is internal electric field. Now you tell me what happens to your net electric field?
Internal plus external electric field.
Is it in the same direction or not?
Yes, sir.
My internal electric field is in this direction. My external electric field is also in this direction. So my net electric field is increasing. Okay, net electric field is increasing, and my overall now electric field is in this direction. So if my electric field is in this direction, my whole movement direction will be in. My whole moves will be in which direction? My holes are here. Okay, my holes are here. Okay, so in accordance with the electric field direction, my holes are moving away. If this hole is going away from this negative charge ion, what it is going to become? Negative charged. If this hole is moving away, okay, what it is going to become? Negative charge.
Negative charge.
So what is happening? My width of the depletion region is going to increase. Okay, is the charge carriers are crossing the junction or they are moving away from the junction?
Moving away from the
The
junction.
charge carriers are moving away from the junction because the electric field, net electric field is making them to move away from the junction. So when there is no charge carriers crossing across the junction, so current is almost zero. Okay, so what are the charge carriers that are supposed to move from P side to N side? They are moving away from the junction. Okay, right? They are moving away from the junction. That means in reverse bias, width of the depletion region is increasing. The more the reverse bias, the more the width of the depletion region. Okay, the more the reverse bias, the more the width of the depletion region. Okay, right? Then from where does the current is going to come from? From where does the current is going to come from? No doubt that whatever the holes are there, okay, whatever the holes are there, okay, those will be moving in this direction. Okay, whatever the holes are there, those will be moving in this direction. Is there any hole that is moving in this particular direction? What are the holes that are moving here? What are the holes present in the N type? Minority charge carriers. What are the electrons present in the P type? Minority charge carriers. Tell me what are the movement of those minority charge carriers due to this electric field from right to left? Holes in the N side, minority charge carrier, they will be moving in which direction? From N side to the P side. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Electrons in the P side, which are minority charge carriers, they are going to move from left to right. Because of that, the current is from right to left. So because of this electric field, okay, this is very large, such a large that it is going to take away all the minority charge carriers that are there in your N side as well as your P side to cross across the junction. Because the minority charge carriers are crossing now, okay, there results some current in the opposite direction, that is from N side to P side, okay, and what is being represented as I naught. Okay, right? So there are two types of currents now. One is due to the holes moving from N side to the P side, minority charge carriers. One is due to the electrons moving from P side to the N side. This movement of minority charge carriers in the P side and N side is due to which type of mechanism? Diffusion mechanism or drift mechanism?
Drift mechanism.
Drift mechanism. With whatever the electric field that I am applying, okay, so I am able to get the movement of charge carriers, that is holes in N type and electrons in P type across the junction, and that current I am calling it as I naught, which is the a reverse saturation current, which is always due to the minority charge carriers. Okay, so I naught is due to the minority charge carriers. Okay, is this fine? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the minority charge carriers are always responsible for the reverse saturation current. In the reverse saturation current, width is increasing. Okay, width is increasing, right? So in the forward biased, depletion width increases or decreases?
Decreases.
Decreases. In the reverse bias, depletion width increases or decreases?
Increases.
Increases. Okay,
Increases.
so I am writing here this reverse current is due to drift current due to the holes plus diffuse drift current due to the electrons. Am I right? And from where does the holes are contributed, from where does the electrons are contributed, you know? These holes are present in
N-type.
N-type. These electrons are present in
P-type.
P-type. Okay, so what is the drift current due to the holes is given by? Drift current due to the electrons is given by NQ mu NE. Yes or no? Or I'll add
Yes,
A.
sir.
Okay, or I'll add A, no problem. Okay, similarly PQ mu PE. Yes or no? Right? Okay, so that is equal to, what is this mu E I can write? Mu E.
Sigma.
No. Sigma is equal to mu E. No, J is equal to sigma E. Okay, J is equal to sigma E. VD, drift velocity. What is VD is given by? V is equal to mu E. Yes or no?
Sir.
So I can write it as drift velocity due to holes plus NQ into drift velocity due to electrons. Have you remembered? We have learned long back ago that electrons are going to acquire. Initially my drift velocity is going to be V is proportional to E and V is equal to mu E. Okay, initially it is linearly related, but the more the electric field, my velocity is going to get saturated. Okay, this is what is the plot between drift velocity Vd and the electric field. Up to small electric field, okay, my drift velocity is linearly related. After once the electric field is very large, beyond a certain number, then my electric drift velocity is going to get saturated. Okay, so this is a behavior which is responsible for this particular behavior. Okay, initially what is happening? Your current is increasing linearly with your voltage. Why? Because my current is been given by this. Okay, so my initial drift velocity is linearly related to electric field. The more the electric field, the more the current, because the more the drift velocity is. That is why the more the electric field, the more the voltage, the more the electric field, the more the drift velocity. So it is linearly related. So linearly the current is increasing. But after a certain electric field, my drift velocity has got saturated, and more or less your current is dependent on your drift velocity only. Because your drift velocity is getting saturated, your current is getting saturated. When it is getting saturated, not immediately, only after a certain number, that is electric field. Okay, so this only after this particular electric field, my current is going to be saturated. Okay, normally why do we neglect this particular current is because we will be operating our electric fields approx at this particular point only. So at that particular point my I naught is very small, so I will be neglecting my I naught. Okay, is the point is okay. So no one bothers about why it is varying like this. Okay, you can ask your friends that why it is varying like this. Why it is varying like this? Initially it is increasing with your voltage. Why your current is increasing linearly with your voltage? Because your current is proportional to your electric field initially, and your voltage drift velocity, okay, drift velocity is proportional to your electric field. So that is why your current is linearly related to your voltage. But after once the electric field has crossed a certain number, okay, then your Vd is no more linearly related, but it is going to get saturated. That is why your current is also going to get saturated. Okay, is this understood?